Right, this is the practice exercise on page 11-18. Complete the following practice exercises. Refer back to the instructions in the chapter if needed. Be sure each report matches the check figures that we have provided. If it does not, you will need to make corrections before submitting the reports to your instructor. If you run into any issues, reach out to your instructor for assistance. Be sure to log into Luxury Lodging Incorporated to complete these exercises. So first, number one, we want to record the following credit card expenses in the business credit card register, create new accounts and vendors as needed. So we're still in the credit card register from earlier. And number one, the first bullet point, office supplies purchased on September 1st for $75. Okay, so we're going to hit our drop down for add credit card expense and choose the CC expense option. The date is going to be September 1st of the current year. And it gives you a hint to set up office supplies as the vendor. So I'm just going to type in office supplies in the payee field here. We're going to select add office supplies and make sure that vendor is selected here and click save. Going to tab over to the charge field, and that's going to be $75. Then in the account field, we want this to be office supplies. Oops. Yep, office supplies, not office supplies and software. So I'm just going to use the office supplies account. And that's under office expenses. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. Next bullet point, bought pizza for the office on September 15th for $45. Set up restaurants as the vendor. Meals and entertainment is the account. All right, so it automatically makes another entry for me here. The date for this is going to be September 15th of the current year. Payee, we're going to set up as restaurants. So we're going to add that, make sure vendor is selected and click save. I'm going to tab over to the charge field, and that's going to be $45. And then down in the account field, this is going to be meals. We're just going to select the main meals as our option here. And we can go ahead and hit save. Our third bullet point, Larry attended a lodging conference on September 30th and charged hotel fees of $300, $200 in airfare, and $150 for a rental car. We're going to set up travel expenses as our vendor and use the travel account and put lodging conference in the memo field. All right, so the date is September 30th. Payee is going to be travel expenses, which we're going to add as a vendor. The memo field, they want lodging conference. And the charge is going to be, let's see, we have 300, 200, and 150. So we're going to do $650 for the total. And the account is going to be travel. And we can go ahead and save there as well. So it says to check your figure after these three entries, the balance in the business credit card account should be negative $820. So if you look up in the top right-hand corner, you can see that that is correct. All right, our next step, number 2, says to record the following expenses in the business checking account register and to create new accounts and vendors as needed. So I'm going to hit the link to go back to my chart of accounts, and I need my business checking account. So that's my first account in my list. And I'm going to select View Register. And the first one on October 1st wrote a check to Claire Dane for $600 for the Texas properties. All right, so from the Add Check dropdown, I'm going to select Check. Date is October 1st. Payee, Claire Dane. And the amount is $600. See, we have the Texas property. All right, you want to make sure that contractors is selected in the account because Claire Dane is one of our contractors. We're going to go ahead and save that entry. Next one, paid Quick Clean Dry Cleaners, $250 on October 15th. So in that next entry, we're going to do October 15th. Tab over to the payee, and we have Quick Clean Dry Cleaners. Tab over to the payment amount, which is $250. And that's going to be for the Texas property. We'll do dry cleaning services for the account and hit save. On October 30th, wrote a check to City of Los Angeles for $350 to pay for business license for California properties. Use the business license fees account. Okay, so the date is October 30th. The payee is City of Los Angeles. We're going to add them as a vendor. Payment is $350. Property is California properties. And the account we're going to use is business license fees. Okay, so we have business licenses. So we'll choose that. Click Save. Then we have on October 30th, wrote a check to City of Dallas for $125 to pay for business license for Texas properties. We have October 30th, tab over to City, to the payee field, and we're going to do City of Dallas this time. Again, add them as a vendor. Payment is $125. This is for the Texas properties. And again, we're going to use that business licenses. Go ahead and save that entry. Next, on October 30th, wrote a check to City of Austin. I'm going to pause for a second while my dog's barking. Okay, sorry about that. On October 30th, wrote a check to City of Austin for $100 to pay for business license for the Texas property. So we have October 30th. We're going to tab over to the payee field. That is going to be City of Austin, which we're going to add as a vendor. Payment is going to be $100. And that is Texas Properties. Account business license. Oops. And we're going to go ahead and save that. And next we have October 30th, wrote a check to City of Houston to pay $150 for business license for the Texas property. So October 30th, tab to the payee field, we have City of Houston. We're going to add them as a vendor. Payment is $150. This is for Texas properties. And again, business licenses. And we're going to go ahead and save that. So it says the balance in the business checking account should be $17,200. You can see I'm showing $25,800. So let's make sure that I have 600, 250, 350, 125, 100, and then 150. This may have something to do with the past dates, possibly. So let me know if you come up with the same ending date as I do, or if yours matches the 17,200. All right, lastly, it says to generate the account list report located in the For My Accountant report group. We're going to go to our reports center. I'm going to scroll down to the For My Accountant section, select Account List. I'm going to switch to Classic View. And you can go ahead and save that PDF to your QuickBooks Online folder in your home drive.